Flashback.
Hey, I know that we all have strong feelings around the Karmelo Anthony case and the verdict. But before you write that post on social media, on TikTok, Facebook, any of those things, make sure that you understand your company policy around professional conduct in social media. You don't want to end up on the receiving end of any type of disciplinary action or a termination. All right?
End of flashback.
Somebody messed around and found out. Donna Robinson, a former parole supervisor with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, has been terminated following comments she made about the Karmelo Anthony case. Donna decided that she was going to go on social media and talk her stuff, okay? You are exactly right. I'm a parole supervisor at Texas DCJ. Karmelo will be okay. I can almost assure you he will be protected on the inside. I, for one, don't care about the family's loss. It's about time these people feel the pain that they have inflicted on other groups of people since the beginning of time. I'm just glad we didn't have to bury another black child. Let them start burying some of theirs for a change. Screw them. I said what I said. I hope y'all caught who Donna says she worked for. Donna was a parole supervisor at Texas DCJ. I know that tensions are high still, but this is my take on it. Black people do not know how to regulate their emotions. I was just screaming church and they said, we have a tendency, not black people, but just people, period, but mostly in our community, to crash out. No shade of disrespect to Donna, but this was a crash out comment. Donna just lost her job because she posted a crash out comment. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice holds all employees to the highest standards of professionalism. TDCJ employment carries significant public trust and requires decisions free from personal bias. Following review of recent public statements by an individual identifying as a TDCJ parole supervisor, her employment has been terminated. These statements are incompatible with TDCJ policy and values. They demonstrate bias and a lack of impartiality essential to the fair administration of justice in Texas. Discriminatory or inflammatory conduct that erodes the public confidence in the criminal justice system will not be tolerated. So whatever your field of work is, please do not go on Facebook or on any of these social media platforms and decide you want to crash out, because you're likely going to end up trying to figure out how you're going to pay your bills. And that's not fun. That's not fun. It's really hard to find a job these days. So imagine when you submit a new application for work and they ask you to put down your past employer. You see how that go? I implore you, please do not go do this.
Folks, so we've come full circle in this moment here. Some of you guys may be aware of this Facebook post that was made. We've got an individual here by the name of Donna Murray Robinson. She identifies herself as a member on the board of pardons and parole from 2015 to present day. So for the last 11 years, she's from Huntsville, Texas. And now following the Karmelo Anthony verdict, a couple days back, she posted this. She responds to an individual named Trenia Howard and says, "You are exactly right. I am a parole supervisor at Texas DCJ. Karmelo will be okay. I can almost assure you that he will be protected on the inside. I, for one, don't give an F about the family's loss." Wow, quite the thing to say as a government official. It's about time these effing bigots feel the pain that they have inflicted on other groups of people since the beginning of time. I mean, speak about being a frickin' bigot, just awful racism. I'm just glad that we didn't have to bury another black child. Let them start burying some of theirs for a change. F them, I said what I said. Now, obviously, this is a disgusting, discriminatory, racially abusive, horrific post. It's bad enough without the surrounding context. This is obviously written by a terrible person. And yeah, you know where I'm going with this. I'd say it's considerably worse considering this person is identifying themselves as being a member on the Board of Pardons and Parole in Texas. And so as you could imagine, and rightfully so, this post caused quite the stir on social media. Many people reaching out to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. But then came a little bit of a twist in the story. Some people suggesting that the individual in question, Donna Murray Robinson, was actually lying and she wasn't an employee of the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles. This person, D.A. Henke, writes, "She's a liar. She is not an employee of the board, respectfully from the Ombudsman, Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles." So then confusion, of course, strikes. People don't know what to believe. Does she work there? Does she not? And now comes the final update. It appears as though she did in fact work there and has now been fired. The confusion came as people were contacting the board, but apparently she wasn't on the Board of Pardons and Parole, but rather she was employed as a parole supervisor at the Texas DCJ. And so technically that initial email response from the Ombudsman ombudsman was in fact correct, but it's because people were contacting the wrong department. And we now have official confirmation from the Dallas Morning News. TDCJ parole supervisor fired after viral comment on Karmelo Anthony's case. This is, of course, a trustworthy local outlet, which pretty much confirms that she did in fact get fired and was in fact a parole supervisor. Here's the
Now, somebody was just talking about this recently. Now, who was that? Who was that? Oh, yeah, it was me. And I said this, and this was the actual case that I was thinking about, and now it has come to pass that she has been fired. So I actually saw the post when it came up, and I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. But people want to act like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I know what I be talking about. I tell y'all what I know, I tell you what I don't know. And what you cannot do when you work specifically in corporate America, but if you work for someone else, a particular company that does not want reputational risk, because that's what it is. While everyone wants to run off at the mouth and think that freedom of speech has nothing to do with freedom of accountability and responsibility. And that's the actual bottom line. Y'all in here signing documents and paperwork and clicking, I agree, I read the terms and agreements, and don't be reading nothing. Most major companies have social media policies. And while, yes, you can run off at the mouth, let that mess come back to your job. It's going to be a whole different story. Now, what this woman said was absolutely disgusting and ignorant. It was unnecessary. Why did she think that she had to do this? Because she wanted to be down with the culture. Because everybody black, she black, we black, and all that, which will get your ass into trouble. I've said that 1,000,001 times. You need to use your brain. You need to use discernment. You need to understand about repercussions. But nope, a lot of y'all want to crash out. A lot of y'all want everyone else to crash out with you. And when everybody else ain't crashing out, that's when y'all come up with these names. That's why you want to call us names, because we're not out here doing the most like you are. All that mess out there is chaotic and it's confusion. There's no plan. It's just people going willy-nilly, doing whatever, saying whatever. And there's no path to whatever the heck it is that the end. What is the end result? What is the end result? Do people really think that Karmelo Anthony, who actually took someone on up out of here, is supposed to go home and go back to his bedroom in his parents' house? Is that what people really think is about to happen? And like I said before, the next thing that's going to happen, and there is another case, and I got to look into it. The next thing that's going to happen while so many people are up on these damn internet platforms, panels, and everything else saying, you touch me, you're going to see what's going to happen. You touch me, you're going to see what's going to happen. Well, somebody done touched somebody, and now we're going to see what's going to happen. That ass going to go to jail. That's another young black male who's going to be providing sweat equity, of which y'all not thinking of yet again. Y'all learn nothing from this case, that case, and the third case. It's just straight crash out. No plan in place. Y'all stay in the same daggone place. This is the shit that I be talking about. But y'all keep listening to all them celebrities that don't know crap, all them politicians that don't know crap, except to keep y'all where you are so that they can continue to profit up off of y'all. And your kids are suffering. These young black males are the ones that suffer. Imagine if he was taught to control himself and control his emotions and to go get help or walk away. Y'all act like walking away is not a problem, but you would rather tell somebody that there's something wrong with them because they walk away. You'd rather call them a punk for that. Imagine if he walked away. I know y'all just think, well, that's the root of white supremacy. No, that is the damn thing that not only needs to be taught with regard to this case, but all these other cases of which y'all don't want to crash out for because it's black person versus black person, where y'all don't seem to give a damn. Let me go ahead and remind y'all about the grandmother and mother down in Atlanta who was taken out by some gremlin ass gremlin, and no one seems to have a problem with that. Nobody is outraged about that. Nobody is protesting about that. Nobody's going down there to help that woman, their family, or nothing to protest against that animal. Nope, it's only when it involves a white person, and that lies the fucking problem. Everything does not have to be racism, and that is not the only thing that needs to be fought for. And until black people start fighting the internal problems, the external problems ain't gonna go nowhere. You cannot stop Austin's father, whatever his name is, Chad. You cannot stop that man from being racist if he is even racist. Does he have some racist tendencies? Absolutely. It sounds like he does, but y'all don't want to admit that. So do black people. Miss me with the we don't own stuff, because the fact that you can open your lips to say that shit is how ignorant you are. And if you are okay with saying we don't own anything, that lies the fucking problem. One, the fact that you're saying it, but two, the fact that we don't. So you do recognize that all this boycott this, boycott that, boycott this, boycott that. Where the hell you gonna get shit from? Because like you're saying, Black people don't own shit, ain't interested in owning shit, and the people that you listening to ain't interested in teaching you how to own shit. People that own shit gonna keep their shit. That's the famous people, the basketball players, the NBA or the football players, Tyler Perry, all them actresses and actresses who have their own money issues, mind you. But they sitting up here, y'all sitting up here listening to celebrities that got their own money issues. Taraji, Billy Porter, y'all, all the rest of them that I can't think of right now. But that's who the fuck y'all want to listen to. Instead of doing some research on your own, doing what you got to do for you and making sure that you're making the right financial decisions. Because until you get your shit into place, the rest of it don't matter. As long as you're able to do what you need to do in order to get to where you need to be and take care of your daggone family, there's more racist people probably in the companies that you work for than anywhere else. But y'all still work there now, don't you? Y'all still work there now, don't you? You ain't got no problem with that. But I digress because I know y'all don't want to listen. You're not going to listen. And all you're going to do is call names because that really resolves and solves something. Go ahead and alienate the people that you want to work with you while continuing to be on that hamster wheel and nothing ever changes. But like I always say, child, what the hell do I know? Y'all, make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Make sure you hype this daggone video. Make sure you comment. I see you all in the next one.
Appreciate y'all. See y'all. Never.